The college football playoff is here. The long regular season has all been building to this. And now, first-round games and home field settings. This place is going to be rocking. Welcome to beautiful South Florida and Hard Rock Stadium, the home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see, last season's national champions, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. The playoff is here, and let's not wait any longer. Let's get this going. The kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this college football playoff gets underway. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted. The shotgun, it's a handoff. Moves the ball up to the 30.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Oh, and he fumbles. Scooped up in the defense. They bring him down, but a heads-up play to scoop up the fumble, and touchdown, Miami. A defensive score in this playoff game. Wow. As any defender's dream, comes up with a fumble, takes it back to the house.
Can't believe the speed that this guy has to be able to score. I thought maybe he picked it up, maybe go a few yards, but instead he took it all the way to the end zone.
Now, looks like the head coach made a smart move in that challenge. Officials are going to overturn their previous ruling after getting a look at that replay. And the Horned Frogs looking to cash in the red zone. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Sophomore brought down after a nice run.
Chris, if I'm not mistaken, this guy's already over 30 yards on the opening drive of this game. Another nice play right here. If this defense can't stop him, just keep feeding him the football.
The Horned Frogs line up on 1st and 10 now. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground.
This defensive coordinator better make some adjustments. This back is on fire to start this game. You better start committing those safeties down, overloading that line of scrimmage, because this back is physical, he's got speed, and he is tough to bring down.
Handoff here from the shotgun. Now it's another broken tackle. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Well, the scouting report on this running back was that he is an elite ball carrier, and he is proving to be that here early in this game. These first few carries, not only the strength, but the quickness and acceleration to get upfield and get positive yards on display.
Tries the right with a quick throw. He makes the grab. The game moves the football to the 6-yard line. It'll be first down and goal.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
And the Horned Frogs will line up here on first down and goal. Here's the handoff on first and goal. Muscles past the defender. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line.
A pretty good push up front here by this offense line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup to put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
It's an option look. He'll pitch it. Touchdown, TCU, as they claim the lead here in this playoff game. A horrible field position to start the drive trip, but they just march right down the field and get points.
Chris, this offensive coordinator deserves a raise after that opening drive. The way they orchestrated this inside their own 15 to come away with points, impressive.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And here's the return from inside the 5. They'll test the right side here. The defense all over it. They stop it right at the line.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Now it's second down here. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Looking to pass here on second down. Pressure is coming. Looking deep to the right side. And it's hauled in. Catch made way downfield.
Well, a nice throw and a great catch here by this Miami Hurricane wide receiver. And for our younger audience out there who might be watching this game, I got to tell you, you may not remember this, but Miami set the tone for wide receiver play for decades, and they're working their way to get back to that now.
And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Miami.
All it took was one explosive play to move the ball across midfield. First down to the 48. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Breaks free. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so second and 7.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Getting set. Here's second down. And here's the handoff. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
That run sets up an important third down call for this offense. Pre-snap motion from the offense. They'll try to run for the first down. Well, the power run is stuffed. Barely makes his way back to the line of scrimmage on that one.
How about that, Chris? They run the football here on third down, almost pick up the first down. What it does, though, is gives them a much better chance if they decide to go for this of picking up that first down.
The Hurricanes will come to the line here looking to convert on fourth down. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. And he's throwing for it on fourth down. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On fourth down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
The Canes pick up enough for a first down here. Hands off to the left. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
The first real speed bump of this impressive drive. Offense comes up now 2nd and 11. Second down, we're going to throw it. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Boy, it's one of the things I love about this running back. It's not just this defense trying to defend him running the football. As you can see here early in this game, trying to get him involved in the passing game. Great call.
3rd and short here in this playoff game. And the 8th play of the drive. Motion now from the tight end. Running play called on 3rd and short. Bites off a defender.
Almost a business decision here by the ball carrier. Nothing at all. So instead of lowering his shoulder to take on the defense, just kind of makes his way out of bounds for a short loss.
The coach decides no field goal attempt. The offense is out there to go for it on fourth down. And he drops back in the gun. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. It's a short return. They bring him down to the 22, but this defense steps up and makes a big play.
What a play by the defensive back here. You have no idea how tough it can be and how slippery it is out there with this rain. The defense is reacting to the offense. The offense knows exactly where they're going when they're running their route. The defender has to try to be very careful to keep his footing underneath him. Sounds simple, but it's not. They come up with that interception while doing that, and that is a big-time play.
Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first. And Kirk, it's TCU with the lead so far. And the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Snags the quick throw. And he'll run out of bounds and pick it up a few yards on the play.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball and be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Looking to chuck it again. Missed his receiver. It's incomplete.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here, third and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes. Just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this fourth and short.
Here we go. They're going to go for it on 4th and inches in their own territory. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. On their own side of the 50, but they're going to go for it here on 4th and inches. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. And he can't connect. It's a costly turnover on downs.
Hey, I like the aggressive approach here, trying to pick up this first down. Just not able to execute, and now you've given the opposing offense really good field position. Your defense better step up.
Here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. And looking to throw now on first down. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
The drive stays alive with that completion for a first down. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. And the wideout goes in motion. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Quick completion to the tight end. Really solid first down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot.
Well, that's the thing with this guy. You've got the ability to flex him out. He shows his versatility and what he can do from that slot position. He could be the quarterback's safety blanket.
Come to the line for second down and very short now. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. And that one's picked off. What a play. Breaks into the open. He's at the 50. Now the 40. At the 20. At the 10 now. Touchdown, Texas Christian. 6 points for the defense in this playoff game. What a moment.
Boy, what a tough blow for this offense. Already in field goal range, and the quarterback puts one in the defense's arms. They takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Huge momentum swing here in the first half.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Return starts from inside the 5. Returner tackled right there. That's where they'll start the drive. Offense is back on the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. A handoff to the back. Gets some space at the 10. Breaks into the clear. He's at the 50. Inside the 40. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Hurricanes. As they get on the board here in this playoff game.
the length of the field, 99 yards for a touchdown. What a play.
Handles the tricky footing, and the PAT is good. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there to start at the 25. And the TCU offense takes the field. Last time they gambled and lost. Went for it in 4th down in their territory and got stopped. They stop him after a 6-yard gain. So 2nd and 4.
It's a really good, solid run. I know it's not the flashiest big play, but it's important for your offense to be able to get yards like that on early downs. You stay ahead of the chains, and it opens up the playbook for the 2nd and 3rd down coming up.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. Tackle is made, but that's good for a 1st down to the 47. That's the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. That completion makes it 2nd and medium. And he'll set up to throw. Catch made on the out route. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, you know this defense has got to be frustrated after giving up multiple conversions now on 1st downs. There's another one. But for the offense, man, they're just playing very efficiently right now.
And the Horned Frogs pick up enough yardage to get a 1st down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. And it's incomplete even in a 1st down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
Looking to throw again. This time it's complete. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hands.
Offense sets the formation. It's 3rd down. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Incomplete. He was good as he threw the ball. That's a big 3rd down defensive play.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
The Horned Frogs will come to the line on 4th down, looking to keep the drive going. Needs a completion here on 4th down. The pocket breaking down. Pass is broken up. Turnover on downs. What a stop.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here. You draw it up perfectly. You think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. They're going to run it. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, the play is just blown up by the big fella in the middle, Kirk, showing some quickness for his size.
Yeah, we know about his power, but how about his ability to penetrate there? And that's the quickest way to blow up a run game is that interior penetration. If you're able to break through the middle of that offensive line, then you can create a lot of havoc in the middle.
Taking a deep shot here to the right. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there. But now it's third down.
Well, the offense coordinator with the right call, trying to take a shot there, but just poor execution. They couldn't come up with a big play. Let's see if the coach tries it again later, or maybe in the second half.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. And he'll drop back here on third down. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Let's see if the offense can take the lead before the break. And the Canes lining up here on 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. That's the third pick tonight thrown by this QB.
Well, throwing in the rain can be very problematic, but an impressive job by this defensive back to come down with this pick regardless.
So the first play of the drive here coming up, less than 2 minutes left on the clock. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He fires downfield. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
The pass rush closing in. It's a quick grab. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
They're able to get a short gain to make this third down a little bit more manageable. But it is third and long, so this offensive line's got to be ready, do a good job of communicating, and pick up any potential blitzes here on third and long.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking downfield. What a catch! That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Boy, another positive gain for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
They've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there. And the Horned Frogs looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Grabbed by the receiver. Tackled at the 8 after the completion.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything seems to be working. The coordinator is calling good plays. The quarterback and the rest of his receivers and running backs are executing. And frankly, this defense is showing almost no resistance.
And the Horned Frogs line up with a 1st and goal. DB is looking to jam the receivers at the snap. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Looks to the left, and it's complete. But the play loses yardage. Very tough second down coming up now.
Well, a lot of times you match up a wide receiver, you get a linebacker on him. You'd like to think that the wide receiver can shake him. But this linebacker is really athletic and is able to make plays in space.
Ball back at the 10-yard line now for second and goal. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up.
Risky
throw here on second down. You know, small spaces down here can be an issue for any quarterback. Very interested to see what they call here on third down coming up.
Offense moving backwards here, a long way from the goal line now. They'll look to throw it on third and goal. Caught through the goal line. Tackled there by the defense. The offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half.
Well, a quick short throw here, not able to convert for the first down. You'd love to see that route maybe a little bit deeper to give yourself a better chance, but they come up a little bit short. So now it's decision-making time for the coach. I'd be shocked if they didn't go for it.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Horned Frogs.
Oh, how about that, Chris? Bear Bryant's looking down, smiling on that call. Fourth down and goal. You go with the goal line formation. You bring the defense in tight, and you still overpower them for a touchdown. Thing of beauty.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And this won't be returnable out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? One man in the backfield, and he'll get the football. And the one moves the ball up to the 33. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just one or two plays here before halftime. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Back's got it again. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. Just time enough for one more play in the half. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. First down, looking for more now. You bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And he safely makes the recovery. The onside kick doesn't work.
Well, Chris, as you know, this is one of the toughest things to do in all of football, trying to recover the onside kick. But let's give credit to the hands team there for coming down with that ball for the return unit.
And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. Looking for a fast start here at the beginning of the third quarter. Down by a couple of possessions. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
They look to throw it here on second down. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. QB to the tight end for a completion. And we're able to move the sticks. Set up now, first down at the 34.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
The Canes with 1st and 10 here. Here's the toss play now, running to the right. Breaks an open space. They bring him down, but that's enough to move this offense into the red zone with a 1st down at the 17.
That's a football play right there, Chris. This one takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right. Hit the ball into your back's hands. Get a lot of people out in front. Control the line of scrimmage. How about the wide receivers? They're doing a nice job blocking downfield. Almost felt like half the offense was out in front of him, giving him a chance to pick up some big yards.
Looking for the end zone. Has a lane. No stopping him on that run. Touchdown, Canes.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
Here comes the point after attempt. The extra point is good. Down by a touchdown, 21-14. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. Offense takes the field now. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? He's got room to run. And the player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Second down play coming up. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Tackle right at the 30. Good enough to move the sticks.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
1st and 10 now for the offense. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Caught near the sideline, but just a short gain. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
Well, they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Makes a quick grab. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
You know, they don't pick up the 1st down here, but they do get some positive yards, and I really like the route to get enough separation to give the quarterback enough room to put it in there.
Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. The receiver makes the catch. Tackle finally made at the 37. It'll be 1st and 10 from there.
Boy, nice job by the receiver of selling this route to the outside, created enough space back to the inside, and there's the timing again between the quarterback and the receiver, giving him a chance to come up with some yards.
And the pass is incomplete. This is the 6th play on the drive. Looking to throw it again. He's running out of time here. Caught behind the line. It's Wilson. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
They're back locked up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. There's contact on the throw. Grab made near the sidelines. Good job keeping the foot in bounds. That'll be enough for a first down.
Think about this, Chris. These guys have been working since January of last year to get ready for a dream season. They've had that. Now they're here so close into the postseason and the playoff, working with the lead. It comes down to a 3rd down. They do their job, convert. And now they keep working that clock and getting so much closer to advancing to the next round.
Looking to the end zone. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, TCU.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you had to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And the kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? And that pass is hauled in over the middle. And a nice first down gain there. They get him down, but very close to the first down marker.
You know, these kind of routes are always great for receivers who do a really good job of yards after the catch situations. And they're easy completions for the quarterback.
An empty backfield on 2nd and short. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Pass incomplete under heavy pressure, just got it away.
Man, you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. 3rd and short, they try to pick it up on the ground. He's found some room at the 45. Now here he goes. Finally brought down, but that play moves the ball all the way down to the 21.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a 3rd down, you trust that offensive line to come up with a first down, and they get it.
The Hurricanes will line up on 1st and 10. Pass tip to the line of scrimmage. That's a great play by the defense.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. 0 running room. Stop right at the line of scrimmage.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And the back now goes in motion. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. He escapes the pocket. Quarterback looking to scramble. And is going to be taken down there, but there is a flag on the field. Solid gain on the play there, wiped out by the penalty flag. Crucial 3rd down play right here. So early movement from the offense. That'll push him back 5. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. An important 3rd down attempt for this offense. quarterback making some changes at the line. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Looking for the wide out. And he's intercepted for the 4th time tonight. He goes down quickly, but that's a takeaway for this defense. Important play.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Looking deep to the right side. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. Finally, they make the tackle, but this defense reeling after a huge explosive play.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
That massive gain has set him up at the 41-yard line, enemy territory. First down, looking to throw the ball. Looking for his back. Finds his target, and it's complete. They bring him down, but this offense now in scoring position. First down from the 30.
Chris, much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback can put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Defense is coming after him. Oh, and he almost had it, a chance for a momentum-changing interception. Does bring up third down.
Oh, Chris, he almost gave one back there. This quarterback needs to be much more careful working with a 2-touchdown lead. That's not how to protect it.
After the incompletion, they'll have to try to convert here on 3rd and 9. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Fires it to the wideout. He's got a man down the middle. That's a nice play. It'll set him up first down now at the 12.
Another big play by this offense, and it continues to be the pass game. Between the offensive line, the receivers running good routes, and this quarterback making really accurate throws, they are dynamic and a tough offense to stop.
He's got it, looking for the end zone. Tackled at the 6-yard line after the completion. Offense really threatening now.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. They're going to run it here. You'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. All right, here comes the fourth quarter. Everything to play for here. Who's going to stay alive, survive, and advance in the college football playoff? First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Out of the gun now on third down. Bringing pressure. Oh, the pass rush gets home.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
Coach elects to try for 3 points and sends out the field goal unit. Oh, and he missed it. The kick is no good. Lead remains at 14 after the miss.
That's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown at the very least, 3 points, but instead, he shanks it.
And the Miami offense is back on the field. They had some good things going in the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Running out of time in the pocket. Pass is incomplete. The defense affecting the quarterback with pressure there. Second and 10 after the incompletion. Let's see what they can create here now to avoid a 3rd and long. He's back to throw again on 2nd and 10. He'll take a deep shot. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots. Get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. That ball snagged for a completion. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down.
Well, we just continue to see this defense make great plays, especially with their tackling. And the awareness to understand we're in the 4th quarter, you're trying to keep this offense in bounds so they keep that clock moving.
Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. 4th down, he's throwing for it. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? Not a long return, but the important thing, the pick wipes out a scoring threat. The offense will take over from the 29. And the TCU offense is back out on the field. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. As the first down is still going. He stopped, but he gets a first down.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
The Horned Frogs looking to cash in this red zone trip. On first down, they'll keep their running game churning. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss of the play.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Here's a wrinkle now. They go to the Wildcat formation with an extra blocker. Let's see how this works out. Direct snap. Headed for the end zone. Touchdown, Texas Christian. Still no answer for this offensive machine.
Man, that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. You got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away.
Miami, 14.
And the deep kick will sail out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Offense retakes the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking deep downfield to the left. Aggressive call, a deep shot on 1st down, but incomplete.
Yet Another incomplete pass, and this offense simply hasn't accomplished anything at all through the air today. Time is of the essence now, and a comeback seems improbable to me.
So 2nd and 10 from the 25. Important to get something here to avoid that tough 3rd and long situation. QB tries it again here on 2nd and 10. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down.
Love the idea of the defense getting more speed on the field, whether it's nickel or dime. Get as many defensive backs on the field as you can, and then sit back when you're working with this kind of lead in the 4th quarter. You don't want to give up the big play. Force them to throw underneath, tackle them inbounds, and keep that clock moving.
A tough situation for the offense. 3rd and long from their 25. Let's see if the defense brings some heat here. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. It's the running back in the flat. Running through the tackle. 1st down, they'll keep the drive going to the 37.
Chris, here we are in the 4th quarter. These guys are trailing. Had been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
The Hurricanes starting a new series here on 1st and 10. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Back to throw again. Tries to get it to the running back. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. The Canes are moving quickly down the field. First down, looking to throw the football. He pulls in the catch.
Well, 4th quarter down by a couple of scores. This offense doing everything they can to not just score points, but do it in a hurry, try to preserve the clock. Here, they're tackled in bounds. They don't pick up a 1st down. Good job by this defense to keep that clock moving.
Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. That's a design quarterback keeper. They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down.
Boy, it's another incompletion. Just something is missing with this offense. Cannot quite get into sync. And now we got another 4th down for this quarterback.
And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on 1st down. And the senior quarterback puts a little bit too much on the throw.
It's just so hard in these late-game situations when you're trailing by this much to try to get the ball downfield against nickel or dime coverage. They're inviting you to take that underneath throw, hoping you burn the clock as you go.
The offense was moving well, but 2 incompletions sets up a 3rd and 10. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. And it's incomplete again. 4th down coming up.
Now, the passing game just hasn't been consistent today. It's plain and simple. They might not quite be out of it yet, but they have to start connecting soon, or this one will be over.
Quarterback changing the play now at the line. 4th down, looking to throw for it. Lets it go quickly. And it's broken up nicely. A defensive stop and a turnover on downs.
What a great job by this defense, really all game long. It's very fitting. Here we are now in the 4th quarter on a 4th down play. They step up yet again. Now you give the ball to your own offense, you work that clock, and you seal victory.
Working clock with the ground game. And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Boy, we got a smart offensive coordinator on our hands today, Chris. Great job of just keep feeding this running back, keep it on the ground, working with the lead in the 4th quarter, force them to use all their timeouts and just keep working that clock.
Takes the handoff again. Breaks loose at the 40. They tackle him at the 48, but it's enough for a new 1st down.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
Now the handoff. Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in this playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving this running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
It's the 2-minute timeout as the offense continues to try to work the clock and secure an impressive victory here today. 2nd down play coming up for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. And the Horned Frogs keep the football on the move.
Well, this guy's been a lot of fun to watch today, showing a lot of ability to get outside with speed, some toughness between the tackles. Now he's well over 100 yards, and a big part of the reason this team's going to advance to the next round.
Here comes a handoff. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
You know, in that era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Slams right into a wall. They got him for a loss.
This running back's had a big night, kind of night you dream about, but the defense finally steps up and gets to him behind the line of scrimmage.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Takes the ball and heads to the left side. He breaks free. Gets the first and still running. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that's going to do it. The winner survives and advances in the playoff bracket. We'll talk to you down the line. For Kirkland Street, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.